Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet Town to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've caught 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I've conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What is going on? Happy Saturday, everybody. What's up, Chem Nation? Lacey, welcome back. Draconified, hello. Ari, good to see you. John Struckert, what is up, my friend? And Johto Jerry, welcome in. We got some amazing people coming in early in on the stream. Thank you all so much for being here. Today, we're going to go back to Pokemon Shield, a little bit back into the past, not just in Pokemon games but also in my channel. Some of the earliest hunts I did on this channel were MASUDA hunts in Pokemon Shield. We're going back there. We got a few more we need to get in Premier Balls. What's going on? Beautiful. I'm sorry, beautiful. No, I'm not sorry. Beautiful Double D. What's up, Dorian? And Amber, good to see you both. Tomorrow is Vulpix. That's tomorrow? My gosh, I thought that was later in the month. Thank you for the reminder. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I need to get 2 shiny Galarian Corsolas in Premier Balls. That's what we're going to be working on today. Let's get at it. And Amber sent a gifted membership going out to Emily. Thank you so much, Amber. You're very sweet. Jerry, can you do me a favor? I need your amazing math command skills. Would you be able to make an egg odds command? I also made a couple of new commands today for members only. One is exclamation point SWSH, and one is exclamation point SV. Those will show you what I still need to get in the Premier decks for Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. Thank you, Jerry. Loops, what's going on? Good to see you. Dorian moved at the last second. He dodged that one, Amber. I know he did. We're also going old school with the counter. We're going old school with the counter. I saw a good friend of mine kind of struggle to get a good auto counter set up on a MASUDA hunt in this game. So I said, forget it. We're going old school. I'm actually going to hit the button. The counter is going to go up by 5 every time the eggs start hatching. What's going on, Silver Fox? Good to see you. And Mewtwo, what's up? So we do need 2 Galarian Corsolas, 1 for Galarian Corsola and 1 for CORSOLA. Silver Fox rejoining the Poliwag party. Thank you so much. Let's get some hype in the chat. Fletchling, Staryu, 5 Panpour, Mudkip, Bunnelby, Kakuna, Trubbish, Drilbur, 3 Tinkatink, 2 Honedge, Noibat, and another Bellsprout. Oh my gosh, Lacey, you're doing incredible. I've actually been hunting for an Alpha Noibat myself for a little over a day. I was able to, I found a dragon wormhole and I was able to get my Shalfa Gibble and Gabite. And now I am soft resetting to see if I can get a shelf Noibat before the calories run out. But that's incredible. Hefty, please. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. No, honestly, Kim, I know you ended up figuring out, but I couldn't remember what you did, like what you screen grabbed and which method you used. So I said, forget it. I'm just gonna do the up by 5. You got a new Pokemon toy, Tink-a-Tink, and a cute little heal ball. Aw, that's awesome, Ari. Feels good to be green again. You look good in green. Green's your color. Thank you, Jerry. So we got a 1.94% chance of getting this within 10 eggs. Well, now it's within 5 eggs, so even less chance than that. But that's okay. That's okay. We do need 2 of them. So this is going to be a little bit of time. What's going on, Razzie Live? You grabbed the... Oh! Oh! Heal Ball's your favorite? That's awesome. You know, I was talking to Jerry about this yesterday. I do already have a shiny Galarian, CORSOLA, and CORSOLA in my living decks, but they're not in Premier Balls. They're in Dream Balls, of all things. I think what happened was I got a Galarian CORSOLA in a trade, probably like a Wonder Trade, and I used that to MASUDA hunt it, and for whatever reason, it was in a Dream Ball, which is kind of neat. John, I didn't watch it yet. I was waiting for you to tell me what you thought. I was waiting for you to tell me if it's good. I've been sitting patiently by the phone for days. $5,000. Okay, well, that's good to know that in 5,000 attempts, we're pretty much guaranteed it. Quick Balls are your favorite? I think Quick Balls look nice. They're not my favorite, but I think Quick Balls have a good design. You dream of eggs. I could go for some eggs right now. The one thing about... I got to get back into the habit of this. MASUDA hunting and streaming is I always forget where I'm at with eggs. One of your favorite Marvel Disney Plus shows ever, to be honest? Ooh, okay. Then I'll probably watch that this weekend. How many episodes was it? Because they released all the episodes at once, right? I'll think about it, Jerry. I'll think about it. You know what? I thought about it. I'm just going to make it moderators only. I've seen what that command can do. That can get a little spammy. What'd you make it? Egg odds? Yeah, egg odds. Okay. Okay, that is now moderator only. Thank you, Jerry. A new TCG set bin. I have 2 full arts and I got a full art shiny. I got a 2-star shiny. I got Kingdra. And the 2 regular full arts are Snubble and Yveltal. 8 episodes. Okay. Yeah. Are those half hour or hour long? Well, they won't know it exists until the first time you use it, Jerry, right? Ari, I'm about halfway through my Teen Titans book now. Robin has quit being Batman's sidekick. Or I should say Dick Grayson has quit being Batman's sidekick. And the next issue I'm reading, the cover literally has the remnants of the Robin costume on the floor. So I'm getting real close. I think I'm 3 issues away from starting the Jews contract actual storyline. 30 minutes, easy watches. Okay, nice. I can knock that out this weekend. Yeah, I was just waiting to hear a review from someone that I trusted, so, and that was you. Yeah, Lacey, in the TCG Pocket mobile app game, a new set came out this week, and one of the cards is Shiny Kingdra, which I was very pleased with. I know, Jerry, you said that you already got the immersive card, right? Going to an open house in a few hours? That's cool. Don't steal anything. Don't be that person. The house is open, not the cabinets. Yeah, you got the Meowth. That's crazy. Where is it? I want to show you guys. Here it is. Yeah, here's the shiny Kingdra. I think that looks pretty sweet. You know, I got a lot of respect for Kingdra. You know, I know Tatsugiri is also Water Dragon, but Water Dragon's a crazy, crazy type, dual typing. Third or fourth pack, that's crazy. Haven't pulled anything insane, but you wonder picked an alt art Mimikyu. Ooh, in Portuguese. I wonder picked a card in Japanese from Razzie. The alt art Mega Swampert. I haven't looked at any of the cards, which is kind of exciting. I like going in blind. The only cards I know are the cards I'm picking. You actually got a huge carpet burn on your elbow on Monday, then you get sick 3 days later. Oh my gosh, Mewtwo, what the heck? John, what's going on? John Vizquay and Ryan Christensen. Good to see you both. And Vivi. Where are we at? Okay, only 2. I got goldfish brain when it comes to eggs. Why am I? Why you know, I mean, that's what we're all asking. Why am I? Interesting how long of a time Dick Grayson was robbing the comics like he was a whole grown man. Yeah. And it's really weird, Ari, because I don't know if it's just my brain playing tricks on me or if it is the artwork. Out of costume, Dick Grayson looks like a grown man. But when he's in the Robin costume, he still looks like a kid. It's weird. Eric, good morning. I don't know if it's the, little, briefs and pixie boots he's wearing or what, but he looks like a little kid in the costume. Oh, why am I playing Pokemon Sword? So, I am now going back and trying to finish off my shiny living Premier decks. That is having every huntable shiny Pokemon in Premier Balls. And there's about 4 left that I need from Sword and Shield. So obviously where your collection starts, he's no longer Robin. He has a whole office job and everything. That's crazy, right? Wordle in 2. First word is 2 yellows and completely looked down the second. Good job, you two. I need the absolute Batman and Wonder Woman crossover. Oh yeah, Loops. I read the Wonder Woman issue that came out a couple weeks ago, and yesterday I went to the comic book store and had a whole bunch of Absolute comics there. Because they actually got in next week's comics early, too. So I was able to get next week's comics as well. So I have the Absolute Batman, the second part of the crossover, waiting for me. So I'll be reading that probably this afternoon. And also, for the first time in, like, 7 months, there was an issue of Savage Dragon. I couldn't believe it. I was very happy about that. I'm so happy I got in on the ground floor with the Absolute comics. Absolute Superman. Literally, Ari, that's the only Absolute comic that I did not pick up yesterday. Just the way that the scheduling was, there was no new Absolute Superman comic this week or next week, but every other Absolute had an issue come out last week or next week. Or this week or next week, which is crazy. He's so pretty. He's a handsome man, and I'm really liking where the storyline's going. I got to be honest, the first dozen issues or so were a little slow. I enjoyed it, but it was a lot of world building, and the story was very deconstructed or decompressed. But I like where it's picking up and going now. I'm getting more and more hype for it. I think it's a really good series. I mean, the writing's always been good, but the plot itself has not progressed a lot in the first year. But now it's really starting to, which is fine. Sometimes I really do enjoy a slow burn. It makes the action feel all the more earned. In fact, I'll be right back. You're the absolute worst at Marvel superheroes? That's okay. Um, so yeah, here's all the absolute DC comics I picked up yesterday. Got the absolute Batman, the crossover with Wonder Woman. It's pretty awesome. And then absolute Flash. That storyline's been getting pretty interesting too. And then absolute Martian Manhunter, the craziest comic I'm reading right now. I gotta be honest, I don't think I understand half of what happens in this series, but it looks so pretty. Absolute Wonder Woman, new storyline introducing Absolute Zatanna, which is pretty cool. And this will be coming out on Wednesday in stores, Absolute Green Lantern, which has also been getting pretty good. So yes, very excited to be reading those later on today. The only shellfish you have are Scolipede, Pyroar, Aromatisse, Spinnerex, Skiddo, Witwick, Ampharos, and Barbaracle, where those are pretty good shellfish. That's awesome. Casual Flex, that's right, Casual Flex. Jazziola, what's going on? You got a shiny Skiddo in your second playthrough? Good job. One more like until we hit our like goal. That's awesome. You guys are incredible. No, I don't know what happened. Like, I went to the store yesterday, and there was a lot more comics in my little cubby hole than I thought. And John, the nice guy that works there, he's like, "Oh yeah, for some reason we got a box of comics early. These are the ones that are coming out next week. We went ahead and put them in your box." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, thanks." Um, Absolute Green Arrow has been going. Last you saw it, the crazy moment from the start of the run. Well, there hasn't been an absolute Green Arrow series. Nosy, no, I'm back to Pokemon Sword. I'm working on or Pokemon Shield. I'm working on trying to finish my living shiny Premier decks, trying to get all the shinies in Premier balls. And Galarian Corsola is one of them that I need. But yeah, there was in Absolute Evil, they did show the Absolute Green Arrow, but did not go too well for him, which made me a little sad because I do like Green Arrow. John's the nicest dude. John's are pretty sweet. The Chanel Chance Otandra. Before it was officially released. That's pretty cool, Ari. You are pretty fancy. Yeah, Johns are pretty cool. I have yet to meet a John in this chat that isn't awesome. Which is not a challenge. A billion years ago at this point, I forgot that you're more ancient than the cosmos. Sometimes I forget that. You are John. You are. We're all John. Part of us, at least. You have a few Pokemon fits for those I didn't have their sitting keys released yet. Aww. Yeah, I haven't gotten any I haven't gotten any sitting cuties in a while. Can't be caught resting on your laurels. I can't even find my laurels, let alone rest on them. I don't know where I left my laurels, but they're nowhere to be found. Yeah, Johns are pretty cool. Yeah, Loops. He was it was a one shot called Forever Evil, or not Forever Evil, Absolute Evil, which um got all the current absolute villains together to kind of give you a sneak peek into like what their plans are, and they did show the Absolute Universe's Ollie. You love them, especially a Scolipede. You've been searching for one since 2011 when Serby put up the Gen 5 sprites. Nice, and you finally got one. That's awesome. How was the bike this week? Awesome. Honestly, I didn't really bike that much this week. With the amount of snow that we got and the amount of shoveling that I had to do, my back was killing me. So I had to kind of take a rest, but I didn't feel too bad about it because the shoveling was a lot of exercise itself. So I've just been getting exercise a different way this week, but I'm back on the bike as of today. Thank you for the blessings. Is this Sword and Shield? This is a Shield art tutorial. Art tutorials and fun. Welcome on in. But yeah, this is Pokemon Shield. Right now I am looking for 2 shiny Galarian Corsolas to work on my shiny living Premier decks. Airy or Jerry, or both of you, I don't really mind. If you want to put in an exclamation point SWSH, it will show you what I need to get in Gen 8. Oh, look at that. Best, 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 best. I'll hold on to that one. Thank you, Airy. So yeah, remaining Sword and Shield Pokemon needed for Living Premier decks: Galarian Corsola, Cursola, Darumaka, and Blipbug. Whoops, I forgot to move those. And I think I'm going to Masuda hunt. Well, I know I'm going to Masuda hunt all those except for Blipbug. I think we're actually going to do a wild hunt for Blipbug. I think that would be fun. Can I do a den with you? Not at the moment. Right now, I'm Masuda hunting for Galarian Corsola. Matt Prokopek, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Crushed the light goal already. Oh my goodness. I guess we need a new light goal then. Can we get a light goal of 25? Your back finally recovered from Monday. I'm glad to hear that, Razzie. I was worried about your back. We've had other Arianas in chat, but it's funny. It's like an ecosystem niche that you filled, being the only Ariana in chat. I don't remember ever seeing another Ariana. I can't imagine another Ariana. Thank you, Amber. Amber is the first one I saw. Although, Matt Prokopek, I love yours as well. You both did a great job. A laurel in this context is a past win, a past conquest. Resting on your laurels means to become complacent because of your past wins. Is that why I don't have any laurels? Because I haven't had any wins? Do you get the laurel when you win? Does someone hand it to you? They're usually spelled Ariana. Oh, those posers. I'm just kidding. There's probably someone lurking named Ariana with one N, and I just offended them. I apologize. Alright, I think that should be 5 now. I'm terrible at keeping track of the eggs. My name could be Ariana. It could be. I'm pretty sure it's not, though. Matthew, good morning. Ariana Grande leaves the chat. Could you imagine? I hear she is a Pokemon fan. Alright, will we get it in 25 eggs? Probably not. Just, I mean, you know, being honest, probably not. But that'd be pretty neat. So yeah, after we get these 4 shinies we need from Shield, we will be going back to Scarlet and Violet, which I am not looking forward to. If one of the mods wants to drop an exclamation point SV, you'll see why I'm not looking forward to going back to Scarlet and Violet. She's a Pokemon fan, liked Eevee, but was getting those tattoos covered up for now. What? Why is she covering up them Eevees? Remaining Pokemon in Scarlet Violet needed for Shiny Living Premier Dex. Basculegion times 2, Male Hisuian Sneasel, Sneasler, Hisuian Growlithe and Arcanine, Hisuian Zero and Zoroark, Sprigatito... Oh, it got cut off. That's interesting. It ran out of commands. But all the starters. I'll change that later on to all the starters. This is a Shield. Can't believe I still need M. I know. Can you believe I didn't get Shiny M in Gen 1? Probably got cut off because of its name length. Ah, thank you, Ari. That would probably be it. No, I didn't realize this. Obviously, there's a 200 character limit to messages, but in the back end of Nightbot, it doesn't. Oh no, it's not because of Nightbot's name, Ari, because there's a lot more. There's a lot more. In the back end of Nightbot, it doesn't let you know when you go over that 200 character limit. Do I have a Lilligant? I do have a Lilligant. She called me dummy. She always calls me dummy, Razzie. You know this by now. Every day I wake up, my motivation is to not do something that leads Ari to call me a dummy that day. There have been 4 days that I have achieved that. Are you a Lilligant fan, Eco? Or is it just that I still need an unknown M? I can't remember if I need an M. I don't think I do. I'm offended you thought I was saying the Pokemon's name length was too long. I didn't think you were saying that the Pokemon's name length was too long. I thought you were saying that the... I thought... I'm just going to stop. I thought you were thinking that Meowscarada was the last one that was listed. And I was trying to say that wasn't the last Pokemon in the list. What's up, Mighty Munchkin? A Rog and Rolodon, very nice. I'm not sure if anybody else is playing Sword or Shield right now, but if they are, I'm sure they'll let you know. You did think that honestly? No, even after Meowscarada, there's another 6 Pokemon names. Which Pokemon has the shortest name, actually? I think the shortest Pokemon name, correct me if I'm wrong, is 4 letters. Yeah, no, 3 letters. Mew. Is Mew the shortest? Is there any other Pokemon with 3-letter names? What's up, Slowpoke? Slowpoke is not the shortest name. Mew is the shortest. Okay, interesting. I know there's like a multi-way tie for 4 letters. Muck, thank you. Muck is 3 letters. You're right. Mew and Muck. Twins. Obviously, they get confused all the time, Mew and Muck. But Bravava could be the shortest. You're probably right about that. I'm impressed I thought that fast. Wow. I don't know if that's a compliment or a backhanded compliment, that you're surprised I thought that fast. I did forget about Muck, though. Muck was a good call. Is that it? Just 2 3-letter Pokemon, both of which in Gen 1? Gens 2 through 9, there haven't been any 3-letter Pokemon? You know what, Eric? That's a good question. Honestly, I probably would still count Ho-Oh as a 4-letter Pokemon. Even though it has the dash, I would probably still count as a 4-letter Pokemon. But that's just me. Other people might disagree. I mean, there's Natu, Zatu, Abra, the other ones. UB1, UB40, EVA 01. That'd be 5 letters. U2, that's 2 letters. Going out tomorrow from 2 to 5. Apparently so. I totally forgot about it, Eric. I remember seeing the notification that it was going to be the community day this month, but I thought it was going to be later in the month. I'm surprised that it's literally the 1st. So I guess I'm going to have to, which kind of stinks because it's like negative degrees this weekend. But, you know, I have to. 7 letters is the average at 265. Holy smokes. Did you just figure that out in your head, Jerry? That's impressive. Yeah, that's all right, Eric. I don't expect anybody to remember what the weather is like for me. Am I not saying Eric? Am I not saying the C often? Am I saying? It sounds like I'm saying airy. I'll try and give a harder C. Eric. Eric. I'm not saying you're not, but you have the volume on. Okay, so I will speak louder and I will enunciate more for you. Eric. Eric. Airy. I'm being such a smart butt this morning. I'm just the worst. I'd smile at the end. I like it when I'm a jerk. What can I say? It makes me laugh. The dummy was deserved. There it is. There it is. Thank you, Razzie. Razzie, you're a wonderful man. You have a sleepy husband next to you. Okay, I'll try not to wake him up. Never expected to ever hear me say those words. What, Razzie, you're a wonderful man? I don't think anybody expected to ever say those words. From anyone. Bye, Razzie. I love you. Have a great day. Enjoy the diner. Get good food. You're my favorite. Hang it. I hate it when the eggs start hatching before we get a full 5. Oh, that's right. You are right there. Sorry, Amber. You know, I just had to make him feel a little bit better. Mewtwo, again, I'm just trying to make Razzie feel better. Now when he says your name, the C is going to be so hard, the C is going to sound so loud. That's right, Eric. Clocky with the 29 months of membership. Thank you so much. Can we please get some hype for AM Clockwork? Galarian Corsola's story is so sad. It really is. It really is. You know, I'm not a big fan of Pokemon lore or Pokedex entries personally, but I really do. I mean, I guess like is not the right word, but I am impressed with the story behind Galarian Corsola. Hope I get my Corsola within 75 eggs. I hope so too. 1 shiny and 2 Shalfas in the OG ZA decks. Congratulations, Wolf. I got my Shalfa Aerodactyl earlier this week. I was very happy about that. And I got the Latios. So I had a bit of luck the other day. It was pretty awesome. I had a Latios hole for like over a week. But after, you know, like I wanted to focus on those shelf of megas that I still needed, right? Yes, Aerodactyl. That's her garbage pail kid name. So we finished those shelf of megas last Sunday, and then I started working on Latios. Sending you my daily luck. Thank you so much, Matty P. Let's get some hype from Matt. 37 months. That's crazy. So I started working on Latios, and I worked on it Sunday afternoon, Monday throughout the day, Tuesday morning, and then Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, it finally shone, and I was all excited. And at that point, I had enough points to get another special scan. So after I got the shiny Latios, I did a special scan, and that special scan was the fossils. It had Aerodactyl, Tyrant, Tyrantrum, Amora, and Aurorus. And then I had to get more donuts because I didn't have any donuts. So I did, I reset donuts for a little bit to get a berry hunting donut, like the, you know, berry power and big haul. And it took me a little bit, but I got that. So I went out and I got myself some tanga berries, got myself some haban berries, went back to make more donuts. The very first donut I made was Alpha Power 3 Rock Sparkling 1. And I was like, holy smokes, this is meant to be. And so then I hunted for it, and I got the Aerodactyl the next morning. You always look in the mirror and wonder, am I airy? I think we all do that. Maddie P, thank you so much for the mystery gift. Did I ever keep those Garbage Pail Kids comic wrappers? I wish I kept my Garbage Pail Kids from when I was a kid. I had so many Garbage Pail Kids. I bought so many packs of those. I wish I would have kept them. Sometimes I I go to websites and just look at them, like, you know, for the nostalgia, and man, I miss them. There's a little bit of Airy in all of us. There is. Funniest thing about Corsola here, you were looking for one to fill the decks, and your first encounter you got a shiny. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Victoria, I am jealous of that luck. I've seen a lot of people hunting a Sword and Shield later. Shining Blue, welcome in. Yeah, I got to the point where I was just kind of ready to move on from ZA. And personally, I wanted to get back to working on my personal Shiny Living Premier decks. So there are 4 Pokemon left in Sword and Shield I need to get Shiny in Premier Balls. So that's what I'm working on now. I need to get Galarian Corsola, Cursola, Darumaka, and Blipbug in Premier Balls. And then I'll be done with Sword and Shield. Then I'll be going back to Scarlet and Violet for a miserable 18 Masuda hunts. No. Yes, 18. I forgot something. That command's already long enough, and I just realized I forgot 2 Pokemon. I don't know what they are yet. But I know it's 18 hunts that I need to do. You're in the same boat. Need to get back on hunting Type Mill and Manaphy still. How are you going for the Manaphy? And good luck on the Type Null. I went way over odds on both of my Type Nulls. Okay, there we go. But yeah, are you doing the Ranger Egg for the Manaphy, or are you doing the home, the Pokemon Home Rewards Manaphy? Got distracted as you were looking, missed the shiny bit. I just thought it was a weird looking thing. Your stupid brain thought the game glitched. That's crazy. This route's so nostalgic after not seeing it for a few months, right? I mean, I haven't streamed Sword and Shield in... I think the last time we streamed Sword and Shield was when I got the Tapu Lele. Yesterday, you bought a Skibbity toilet candy. I'm so proud of you, Ari. Did I just hit the counter twice or once? Still have your 10 Manaphy eggs from Ranger games. I got kicked out of 2 different GameStops in Wisconsin trying to get them, though. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I still need to do that at some point. I still need to do that. I gotta be honest, once I got the Shiny Manaphy as the home reward, I kind of lost as much interest, but I still want to do it at some point. We showed your sister to complain about it. I've never had your senses blaring a massive warning. That's wild. That's wild. I've never had a first encounter shiny. I mean, I've had shinies just in the wild, like randomly encountering them, but I've never had an instance where the first time I saw a Pokemon in a game, it was shiny. I look like someone who works at your school. Well, that's not me, Epic AI Songs, but welcome in. I don't work at a school. I don't think I double hit the counter. I hope I didn't. That's the one thing about having to be manual instead of automatic is I'll start to forget if I hit the counter or not. You have two of them having you, but you weren't specifically hunting them? That's wild. Probably my most epic, wild, shiny encounter moment. I don't think I work at a school. I'm pretty sure I don't. I don't know. Maybe while I'm sleeping, I sleep work. Speed, you do box management is wild. Clocky, this ain't my first rodeo with Masuda hunting in this gen. Yeah, I prefer doing it this way as opposed to just letting them all build up and uh, you know trashing them in home later on. I think one, it obviously takes up a lot less space in the boxes. And two, I'd rather just do it as I go and not have to worry about it later. Shines between 0 to 5 encounters because you can't count. That's pretty good. Drago. Oh yeah, so what I was saying was, when I was, why is the game getting a little, game's getting a little raggedy. When I was SOS hunting in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, this is before I started streaming. I was going for Oricorio, and I wanted to SOS hunt each specific Oricorio. So the last one I had to do was, what is it? Is it Bailey style? It's the red one. So I flew to the area where it shows up in the grass, and I went running around the grass. All I wanted to do was find an Oricorio so I could start this SOS hunt. The first encounter I had in the grass was the Oricorio, and it was shiny. It was wild. Like it was the first encounter after I flew there, and it was a shiny of the Pokemon I was getting ready to SOS hunt. World of Skibbity Toilet Candy Hefty has the most Skibbity Riz. I can't believe I just read that out loud. I hate that so much. First encounter shiny Vikavolt in the wild area. Full odds just trying to finish up the decks. That's awesome, Matthew. We're finishing each other's sandwiches. I don't know why. That line's been stuck in my head for the last couple weeks. You caught it and gave it to her for your life. Save me from maniacs. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, Victoria. Yeah, I just like to get rid of the eggs as I'm hatching them. Totally forgot you had two full-on shiny Flamigos just randomly appear while hunting in a Dracloak outbreak. You know, Flamigo was my first shiny Pokemon in Gen 9. I was running around, I was just doing playthrough stuff on Violet. And, because I had been, the way I was doing, Mighty Munchkin, have a great day. Thank you for being here, buddy. Always a pleasure to see you. The way I was doing it was I was streaming Scarlet, and then after the stream would end, I'd go in the living room, put on the TV, and I'd start playing Violet. Because I just wanted to play through both of them, you know? And so I'm just doing playthrough stuff, and at this point, like, I'm trying to catch up to where Scarlet was from the streams. It's like, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing, so I'm just doing, like, a quick playthrough on Violet. And so I get to this one area, and there's, like, some flamingos hanging around, and then there's this one bird that looks almost white. And I'm still pretty fresh in the game. I like all I knew was just what I've been streaming, and I was like, holy crap, is this another bird Pokemon that they introduced in Gen 9? Is this like a pre-evolution of Bombardier? And so I encountered it so I could catch it for the Dex, and then it sparkled, and I realized it was a shiny Flamigo. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's my first shiny. And of course, it wasn't on stream. Never got between a sleep deprived nutcase and a shiny. They spent days hunting. That is sage wisdom. Hop back before you end, but just in case. Have a wonderful day. Food time. Maddie P, you have a wonderful day too if I don't talk to you. I just totally blanked. I feel like such a jerk right now. I just totally blanked. Have a great breakfast. Light goal 35. Lizzie, thank you. Oh my gosh. That was driving me crazy. I felt so horrible. I kept wanting to say Lexi. I am so sorry. Yeah, give Lizzie my love. That is so embarrassing. I am old. That's true. My brain's on tilt controls right now. I'm giggly today. I'm just so embarrassed. I can't help. I have to smile to keep myself from crying. I'm just getting hit left and right this morning. I really am. Anne Marie, what's going on? Good news, Anne Marie. You can enjoy my channel again. We are back in Sword and Shield. This is my last race. I think we should wait for more people. I can't remember how that one goes. Scrollbell, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you had a wonderful birthday, Scrollbell. But yeah, Anne Marie, we are back in Sword and Shield. I have 4 shiny Pokemon I need to get in this game in Premier Balls. 2 Galarian Corsolas, so that one can become a CORSOLA. Darumaka and Blipbug. But I think I'm going to try and do a wild hunt for Blipbug, Anne-Marie. How's your MASUDA hunt going? Has anything popped yet? No Blipbug yet. I hope today's the day. You need 2 of them. I need 2 of the Galarian Corsolas. So, different Pokemon, but I'm feeling your pain right now. And I'm sitting here, thinking back, and cursing myself from 2021. Wondering why, Hefty, why did you wild hunt 3 Blipbug? Caught 2 of them in Premier Balls, and caught the 3rd one in, I don't even remember what ball it was. It was probably something like a Nest Ball or a Quick Ball. Why? Why did I do that? Like, MASUDA hunts, I can understand. Like I was saying earlier, with this one, I got the Galarian Corsola in a Wonder Trade, and it was in a Dream Ball. So my Galarian Corsola and my Cursola shinies are in Dream Balls. I can understand that. I can understand when MASUDA hunting, maybe, you know, I didn't think, you know, ahead. I didn't try to get them in Premier Balls to MASUDA hunt. But Wild Encounters, why? Why? Why didn't I catch it in a Premier Ball? Dream Balls are nice. I do like Dream Balls. Don't know how people have the patience to shiny hunt. There's so much respect to all you shiny hunters out there. It does take a lot of patience. And maybe I ran out of Premier Balls. No, I think it was before like early on in my shiny hunting, I would just I didn't care what ball it was in. I just wanted the shiny. And I actually blame it 100% on Razzie Live. I was probably I probably had less than 50 shiny Pokemon left I needed for my shiny living dex. And I had, at that point, I had started to catch everything in Premier Balls. Um, Probably a few hundred Pokemon into my Shiny Living Dex, I had started to catch everything in Premier Balls. But I probably had under 50 Shiny Pokemon left to get. And Razzie was all about catching things in Luxury Balls, and Razzie had been re-hunting certain things in Luxury Balls. And that stuck in my brain. And it wouldn't get out. And then I was like, I need to re-hunt these. And so I started in my free time re-hunting Pokemon I had already gotten shiny in Premier Balls. And so now here we are. I have about 25 or so left to do. And it's all because of Razzie. Got recommended a compilation of the weekend's bad acting and good lord. Hope he doesn't lose his day job and sticks to music. I didn't even know he's acted in anything. What has he been in? You don't know how to use Shiny Hunt either. And you're a great Shiny Hunter, Anne-Marie. My good lord. You are a fantastic Shiny Hunter. Always get you some quick balls unless you remember to match the balls with the Shiny. What's up, Martin? Best thing about Let's Go Eevee Pikachu is that you can give all the excess Pokemon to Professor Oak for goodies. Yes, it is nice getting those candies. Trying to match the ball for most things, but sometimes just go with Premier Ball or regular Pokeball. Yeah, I know there are some people that, like, if nothing matches, they'll typically go with either a Premier Ball or a Luxury Ball, and that makes sense to me. And I don't have anything against any balls. Like, I think there's some really cool looking balls. There's some balls that look pretty awesome, but I just like the uniformity for me personally. How good is the MASUDA hunt? I mean, so far so good. The only thing that would make it better is if something's shown yet, but we're still really early. We're only 10% to odds. The things we do for a different colored bunch of pixels, right? Absolutely. Well, I admire the patience of people who make a shiny living dex. As my mom made a regular living dex back in yellow. She couldn't do a shiny living dex; they didn't exist. That's true. That's true. I had a friend back in college. And this was before Gold and Silver came out, so we just had Red and Blue. I had a friend back in college that not only had a living dex in, I think it was Red, he would not rest until every Pokemon was level 100. I don't know if he ever finished it, honestly. But every day, like, he had beaten the game, like, months prior. But every day, he would just pick one of the Pokemon out of the box and say, this is the one I'm going to level up to level 100 now. And he would just go to Victory Road and just grind and grind and grind and grind until that Pokemon was level 100. And then he would put it back in the box, grab another one. That's crazy. And I'm talking about Gen 1, back before you had... before you got like experience candies everywhere, there was maybe like half a dozen rare candies in the game. It was just all about grinding that experience. Your first shiny was a Bellsprout? Nice. Yeah, didn't even grind on Chanseys. I don't even think you could grind on Chanseys, right? The only place Chansey was in the Safari Zone, and I don't think you got experience for catching the Safari Zone. In fact, I don't even think it was until maybe Gen 3. Someone quote me, or someone correct me on this. I don't think it was until maybe Gen 3 that you got experience for catching Pokemon. Like, you only got experience for KOing Pokemon. At least they had experience candy mediums in Gen 1. Did they really? I didn't think they did. I thought they just had rare candies. Your first shiny was Rapidash in Gen 2. That's so awesome. The only shinies I've gotten in Gen 2, other than the Gyarados, was both in Crystal. It was the Odd Egg, which technically I got a lot of shinies from the Odd Egg, but I kept resetting. I was trying to get Tyrogue and ended up settling with Smoochum, who actually I really liked. And Celebi. Yes, I believe that's correct, Mewtwo. I believe in the original Gen 1 games, Chansey was only in the Safari Zone. Red and Blue were brutal. Spent about a month and a half finishing Red. Spent 3 days just searching for Scyther in the Safari Zone. Yeah, I mean, those games were rough. If you're trying to get a shiny Lindex. Some of them, like the encounter rates were crazy. And I mean, Safari Zone. I mean, Safari Zone is just miserable. Like finally find something good, and you like, you start sweating. Like, do I throw a ball or do I throw a rock? Or do I throw a bait? Like, what do I do? And whatever you do, it ends up fleeing. You're like, man, I should have done the other thing. Your mom did that too. Level 100 Pidgey, Pidgeotto, and Pidgeot. Level 100 Pikachu and Raichu. All 6 Nidos. Chansey actually exists in the Unknown Dungeon. Experience for catching didn't come till Gen 6. Thank you. Wait, so Chansey was in the same dungeon as Mewtwo? Really? I did not remember that. Before you got a shiny living dex and one type of ball, you'd rather fish your huge backlog of games. Yeah, I have a lot of games I still need to play. I don't know if people shiny hunt in Safari Zone. I can't do it. Like, we get to like Safari Week every year, and I mean, more power to them that do it, but I could never. I could not imagine spending all that time finally running to a shiny just for it to immediately run away. Fiance sat through the entirety of one battle after another. She struggles to finish the movie. It's longer than 90 minutes, but she loved the movie. Nice. How long is that movie? And I don't know if I missed it, Skrill, though. Chat's going kind of fast, and I tend to go off on tangents for a while. But what has the weekend been in? I didn't even know that he's been in stuff. You never do Safari Week? I couldn't do it. The only way I could do it is in, like, more recent safaris where they don't run away. 2 hours, 41 minutes? Okay. It's a longish, but not like a whole day's commitment. I got Shiny Gen 2, then you got Shiny Meryl in Gen 3, and Shiny Bidoof in Gen 4. This is what I'm saying, Anne-Marie. You are an amazing Shiny Hunter. If you came across Shiny Chansey and then it gave you the bird and ran away, I don't think I would play Pokemon for like a month, right? That's what I'm saying. TV show, and recently a movie with Jenna Ortega. Huh. Did not know that. First legendary that you caught involved a bathroom and a quick ball. I don't know if I want to hear that story, Victoria. I'm going to be honest. Catch Chansey on the lower floors closer to Mewtwo. If you hit it with the ball, take a shot as a lucky at Pokemon. Seriously, I did not remember that. I've been thinking about going back to Gen 1 just for the fun of it. But the more I think about it, I don't know how much fun it would be, if you know what I mean. High school drama class bad acting? Oh my gosh. Just switched your NSO icon to Mega Raichu Y. I saw that, Eric. I saw you... Was it last night or this morning? I saw you log on. I was resetting for my Shelf and Noibat. I saw you pop on. Before Shiny Honey was even a concept for you. Yeah, you just were that lucky. Always Master Ball the Articuno and Kanto games and I forgot about the other 2 birds. I don't even know how I did it, to be honest. So long ago. I mean, I know I used the Master Ball on Mewtwo. I don't know how I did the birds. I guess I just kept resetting. Our family came to visit and it was noisy, so you retreated in the bathroom, locked the door, and sat on the floor and caught your legendary. Oh, that's awesome. That's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Experience sheer error in the ghost type error. Gen 1 unpatched will be difficult. Yeah, I mean, well, I would get an Abra, evolve it into Kadabra, and then trade evolve it into Alakazam, and then just like run through the game no problem. That's I mean that's what I did in '99, and that'll still work in 2026. That's crazy, Mewtwo. I love that here's another best. I love that your Pokemon experience started with Pogo. It's rare you hear that. And I love that. I always think it's fun. Like I really first thought about this when Legends Arceus came out. It was the first time I really thought about it. Because there were a lot of people that got into shiny hunting because of Legends Arceus that had never shiny hunted before. And so I always think it's neat to think about the fact that every Pokemon game is someone's first. And, every shiny hunter started somewhere. I think Brandon too. I think Brandon's first shiny was in Pokemon Go. You're surprised that one battle after another is based off a 90s book? Oh, yeah, I thought it was an original script, too. Oh, Skrillbo. I had a Skrillbo moment last night. I was watching a reactor watch a movie for the first time. And it was a movie I had seen a million times before. But I never noticed until I was watching with him last night that there was someone lingering in the background that I never even knew was in the movie. You might know this, Scrobo. Did you know that in the original 1985 Back to the Future... No, I'm sorry, not Back to the Future. Scratch that, reverse it. Did you know that in the movie Groundhog Day, the 1992? 3? I can't remember what year Groundhog Day came out. But in Groundhog Day, one of the characters was played by Michael Shannon. Your first games are Ruby and Sapphire. That's cool. That's a good gen to start off with, too. Yeah, I used Kangaskhan and Scyther to run red. That's one of the things, that's one of the reasons I would like to replay Gen 1 is, like, I would still put Alakazam on there, of course. But to be able to put other Pokemon on the team that I haven't typically used, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Brady cousins, nosy aunts, bad joke uncles, face-pinching grandma, loudly snoring grandpa, and the only place with peace was the bathroom. That's wild. I'm so happy you got the legendary. But yeah, I never realized until yesterday, as many times as I've seen the movie, Michael Shannon was in Groundhog Day. Oris were good games. I still, like, sometimes I can be really pedantic. I can be really particular to the point of being stupid. It still bothers me that it's Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and not Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire. It should be Aros, not Oris. Yeah, so Skrillbo, I'm assuming you've seen Groundhog Day before. So there, and so Bill Murray's living through the same day over and over and over, and he meets like all the townspeople. And there's this couple, right? There's this couple that it's in the scene where he's telling Andy McDowell, he's trying to prove to Andy McDowell that he's been really living the life. And they go like from person to person in the diner, and he gives everyone's backstory. Like, he's been around for so long, he knows everyone's life. And there's a couple that are getting married that day, but the bride is having second thoughts. And it's, played off like a little joke. Because, like, the groom is like, wait, what? And I thought he looked kind of familiar, but I couldn't place him. And then at the end of the movie, when he's having his final day, and, like, the town loves him and everything, that couple comes up and thanks him for talking her into getting married. And you get a good look at the groom, and it's a young Michael Shannon. And when I saw it, I was like, I don't know. It looks like Michael Shannon, but I don't know if it actually is. And so then I wait till the credits, and I watch the credits, and sure enough, I think his name is Fred. It said Fred, Michael Shannon. You was started Gen 4 if your sister didn't snap your DS in half. What? That's not nice. Why did she do that, Loops? What did you do? What did you do that led her to snap your DS in half? Second game was Far Red Leaf Green, which is a save with the failed shiny Zubat. Yeah, I can't believe you shrugged it off and went to school. That has haunted you forever. I'm so sorry that happened. I'm still haunted by the fact that, ironically, I traded my first ever shiny, well, not guaranteed shiny, my shiny Unknown Sea away to someone on the internet for a shiny Zubat. You were 9 and your big sister taught it to you, later paid for it. Original Jacob, your first Pokemon or Venusaur got missing notified. Oh no, as a bunch of your other original Pokemon. Dang. It's like Billy Zane never knows he was in Back to the Future. Um, what is he one of? Biff's cronies? I think I knew that and forgot about that. What's up? I'm gonna call you Aw. What's up, Aw? You later play on it and she didn't realize the top screen had a bend limit. Oh no. I hate that. I always try and take care of my consoles and devices as best I can. But you know, sometimes I have to buy consoles secondhand. So a couple years ago, I got this silver DS off the internet, so I could dual play DS games, and it looks fine, but it's got the wobble. It's got the wobble, and I don't like that. You love it when I say Biff? Biff is a funny word. Super underrated. Seen Demon Knight. I did see Demon Knight. That was the first Tales from the Crypt movie, right? I saw it way back in the day, like when it first came out, like on VHS. I don't think I've seen it since. I'd like to rewatch it at some point. You'd like to see if 30 years of Pokemon experience will actually translate into success in Gen 1, right? You know, I like that's part of the reason I kind of want to play it again is because of the anniversary. I think it would be nice to replay it. And I mean, I have the capability of playing it on stream. I have a Game Boy operator, so I can just take my red, blue, or yellow cartridge and just plug it into this. And play it on stream. I think it'd be fun. Or miserable. But if it's miserable, the misery might be fun. Side quest in ZA recently finally found out. Or you finally found a hole that had Mimikyu and caught a few while freaking out, so you can give one to Vinny. He's a good deal. Or he's a good dad. Nice. That's awesome. I finally knocked out most of the rest of the side quests. I still have 2 side quests to do, but they require that I beat the Infinite Royale 20 times, and I beat it 15 times, and I really don't want to do it 5 more times. But then I'll be able to do the last 2 side quests. But I got my Meloetta, I got my Magearna, I got my Genesect, I got my Zero Aura. The only thing I'm missing is Cobalion, and because of that, I'm missing Keldeo. Those are the last 2 legendary / mythicals I need. Gen 1 Nuzlocke, that would be pretty crazy. Billy Zane, Jada Pinkett, William Sadler, CCH Pounder, Richard Miller, and Thomas Hayden Church. Wow. That is a good cast. Gave him one with boosted speed for speedier hijinks and lower attack so it can't hurt his daughter as easily. Very smart. Still have a lot of side quests to do, John? Well, what the heck? Get it done with. I'll tell you what. You guys know that one side quest where you have to... It's a lady, and she's got like all the starters, and you have to do one-on-one battles where you use each of the 3 starters, and you have to take on all the other starters of the typing you're weak against. So like you have to use Feraligatr, and you have to take on Chesnaught and Venusaur and Sceptile. And you gotta do that for all 3. The Feraligatr one I was able to take out pretty easily with Ice Punch. And I was able to do the one with... Meganium pretty easily, surprisingly. I gave it Stone Edge and Earth Power. Or, I'm sorry, Ancient Power and Earth Power. But apparently that's the one that a lot of people have trouble with. But I had the worst trouble with the Embor one. That one was really tough, especially the Swampert. Charles Fleischer, I have not heard that name in a long time. Gen 1 does like they released the old games on Nintendo Online Game Boy Edition. Yeah, maybe they will. Maybe like I've often said I don't think they would ever release the older Pokemon games on NSO, but I did realize recently. Jess, thank you for the happy poop. We love happy poops here. I did realize recently that they did, I believe, they deactivated the rewind feature on Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. So if they could deactivate the rewind feature on that, I would imagine they could on the Pokemon games, in which case I think it would be possible. They'd also have to deactivate the save states, but I think it could be possible. Happy birthday, Jess. Work's busy. I'm sorry to hear that. But I mean, I really miss Virtual Console. I mean, I understand their thought process behind sweetening the pot, having you get Nintendo Switch Online, and they'll give you a lot of games included that you can play, quote unquote, for free. I understand that. I would rather them bring back Virtual Console though and let me buy retro games that I want to play. I'd be happy to pay, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks for a game on Virtual Console. Jess, thank you so much for the like goal. Such a good one with that toilet bacon. Niflon's a Nuzlocke who Nuzlocke's every game you play him on. Dakota always only uses electric types. Interesting. All right, after we hit 75 eggs, we're going to open up some pocket packs. We got the new set that just came out the other day. I currently have a shiny Kingdra and 2 1-star full art cards. I'd like to get more good cards today. I mean, I have other cards too, but no one cares about those. Just organize your hyperspace shiny decks. She's only missing around 30 of them. Nice, Matthew. Good job. Sean Penn? Yeah, I mean, I think Sean Penn's a great actor. I mean, yeah, no doubt. I know my dad really liked his character in One Battle After Another. He's also got a good sense of humor. He can do comedy pretty well as too. Not that he gets many opportunities for that. Prioritize alphas, you think? So you should have even more shalfas than shinies. Yeah, that's where I'm at too. I think I have like maybe 30 shinies, from the DLC, but I have over 50 shalfas. Love this Roots music. Sounds like an early morning weekend, right? Razzie, that's exactly what went in my head. Yeah, he was pretty hilarious in those couple episodes. Stoner guy in Fast. Oh yeah, I mean that was his first big role. Was what was his name? No one tell me. Don't anyone tell me. It was not Patchouli. It was not Petrelli. What the heck was his name? I gotta look it up. Spicoli, Jeff Spicoli. That's right. Purposely trained two Raichu on Dakotas for use as Mega Raichu when you start the DLC part of the story. Nice. I do like the Mega Raichus. I prefer Y over X. No, I prefer X over Y. Do you imagine Friends, but with Chemnick, Razzie, Hefty, etc.? That would be silly. It'd be a silly show. No one would watch it. No one wants that. We'd happily watch it. Yeah, you probably would. Ken would be Ross. Oh, definitely. I'd be Gunther. All right, let's trash these eggs. You would definitely be Phoebe. You're a total Phoebe, Razzie. She's the one with Persephone and Hephaestus. Also, her Heliolisk is named Hermes. It's Run Cyclist Funny. It is. And Epic the musical made Hermes a funny man. I do like the way that Heliolisk runs. All right, let's switch out these eggs. Then we're going to open up some pocket packs. Okay. Let me get ready here. Okay. Hi, we're going to open up pocket packs. You have yet to open up the new set in pocket? John, what even the heck? Why? What's wrong with you? All right, Fantastical Parade. Huzzah. Here we go. Give it a spin for luck. This set has two immersives? Does it really? I thought it had one. Holy smokes. What's the one other than Meowth? All right, Sinistea. Nice. Playing Scarlet and Violet with the intention of trying to do more battling. Don't know why it's weird to just use our shinies instead of just tossing them in the home and never use them again. Yeah, I rarely use shinies in battles or playthroughs. In fact, I think Scarlet and Violet might be one of the only ones I did, and probably just because you just come across so many. Bunnelby, Boldor, Barraskewda, and ooh, a full art Sandshrew. That's cute. I like that. And that whole pack was new. That's pretty awesome. I always like Sandshrew. I like the design of Sandshrew. It's never had like a good move set in my opinion, but I love the design of Sandshrew. It's a nice card. It is. I like it. All right, here we go. Pack number 2. I think we can open like 4 more packs after this, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Training area. So cute. You love them? I think it's a really good design. Litwick. Cubone. Ferroseed. Poltegeist. Love it in the anime too. Remember that early Kanto episode or early Indigo League episode where Ash meets the trainer that's like hardcore training his Pokemon, and Sandshrews his buddy. That was a good episode. All right, let me collect my daily thingies here. Gen 1 Sandshrew never learned a ground move naturally. Yeah, I see that's I always wanted to use Sandshrew, but I never could find a way to make it worth it. You know what I mean? Regional Sandshrew wears an orange wig named Sandshoe. Oh my gosh. Sandshrew lifting weights. That dude was definitely EV training. You're absolutely 100% right, Razzie. You and the fiance are watching the new Sam Raimi horror film tonight. Send help. I heard that's a good one. Mother-in-law's watching Kiddo for a few hours. Very nice. Training area. I see what you did there, Eric. Eric. All right, let's get some good cards. Shelgon. Sandshrew definitely had the macho brace on, right? Vanillish. Alolan Grimer. Stunky. And Diggersby. Okay. 155 cards. This is a pretty decent sized booster set. All right, 3 more packs. Galarian Lanoon, Sandslash, Sinistea, Vanillish, and ooh, Ogerpon. Nice. This is the first set Ogerpon's in, isn't it? And this is a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, so I'm going to assume that the other forms are in here too. All right, 2 more. Ogerpon's a cutie. I agree. Be the first time the kiddo hasn't been with you or the fiance, comfortable around his grandma, been a huge help. That's great. That's wonderful that you have help. It's always needed. Gives you guys a chance to go out and uh you know not be parents for a night. Lanoon, Ralts, Sinistea, Pissimian, and Mousehold. Ugh, Mousehold. I still need to get my 3-family Mousehold. Love Ogerpon. She's so stinking cute. I like Ogerpon. All right, last pack luck. Let's get some last pack luck in the chat. You can play the Evolve version without the base card. What? That's nonsense. All right, here we go. Show me a reactional. We got Scatterbug, Honedge, Minun, Protective Poncho, and Alolan Ninetales EX. I'll take it. It's pretty busted and very consistent. Interesting. Pretty. Very pretty. Heard that Markiplier movie Iron Lung isn't about polio. There's a Markiplier movie. Some cards are getting as much text as Yu-Gi-Oh cards now. I gotta take a look at this card now. I gotta take a look at it. Flip a coin for each Tandem Mouse and Mousehold you have in play. This attack does 60 damage for each heads. So if you want to do a Mousehold set, you really want to just have nothing but Tandem Mouse and Mousehold in the deck. It sounds like. And how where does it say that you don't have to evolve it from Tandem Mouse? When will they add Hefty to TCGP? Never. Maybe it's the Prevo. Okay, yeah, I don't have the Tandem Mouse card yet. You have to use Tandem Mouse first. Yeah, I'll have to see the Tandem Mouse card. That's not making sense to me. But okay, let's get back to it. Okay, we're back. I don't know why the game is being a little choppy. Probably because it's Pokemon Shield. Summon it first turn, then summons the evolutions straight from the deck onto your bench. Okay, gotcha. Problem-solving card text. The text is still basically a novella. That's crazy. You're doing Nuzlocke a Scarlet and got a Tandem Mouse that randomly evolved into a family of 3 mousehold. What? I'm jealous. I still don't have a family of 3 mousehold. Busy! Oh my goodness! Good to see you. Everyone's favorite chase card. Aw, Busy. What a sweet thing to say. How are you? How are you doing, my dear? Whoops. I am not... I'm struggling a little bit here. I'm struggling. Okay, two more. Doing surprisingly good. I'm so happy to hear that. You look great. The code card most people toss in the pack. Sorry is mean to me today, so I'm retaliating. You know, it's funny you say that, Razzie, because I remember when I used to get the code cards and instead of tossing them from the pack, I would give them to you. Don't even remember what happened anymore. I don't either. That's pretty much how our friendship goes. You say something mean about me, I say something mean about you, and then we forget it. We just remember that we're mad at each other. First well-written romantic couple are Alexei Volkov and Rebecca Rin Lin. They later have a daughter named Charlotte. That's the lore behind the mousehold name. I love it. That's adorable. That one's not shiny. What the heck? John Strecker, where is my shiny Galarian Corsola? Are we actually going to go to triple digits on this? Mark, what's going on, buddy? It's sleeping in today because it's Saturday. Ah. It'll shine the next 16,840 eggs, Mewtwo. I know what you did there. I know what that means. You're a jerk. Is that where the name came from? Always razzing folks? Oh, that makes so much sense. You still get the shiny Corsola in less than 125 eggs. You believe in me? Ah, well, thank you, Lacey. I appreciate that. Kirk, you having a good morning? Can you have cool points if you're right, though? Yes, you can have cool points. I will award you 38 cool points. Flo, a GT official. I do remember you. How are ya? What's up, Flo? Kirk, never change. Always be the same weirdo that you are. That's who we fell in love with. You haven't ever changed since day one. I'm me, you get it or you don't. That's right. Alright, I can't remember how many eggs that is. I'm terrible at keeping track of eggs. It's the thing I'm worst at. Okay, one more egg. Let's get one more egg before they start hatching. Number one shiny ever received. Aw, Kirk, you're such a sweetheart. I don't care what Kim says. Alright, here we go. 81 through 85. You've been hunting shiny Trejo in the DLC of ZA for 6 hours? Oh, Trico. Is it cold where I'm at? Yeah, we're having a cold weekend for certain. Right now it is... Actually, right now it's 18, which is shocking. We were supposed to be in the negatives today. We do have a high of 21. With the wind chill, it feels like 10 right now, but that's higher than we expected. Ranked gave us titles, but when you find bogus as trainer of many Pokemon title, it's if you train more than 10 Pokemon, and it's a gold title, you trade 40 Pokemon. Holy smokes. Just trained in general, or is it trained to like level 100? More snow? Ah, dang, I'm sorry, Busy. Yeah, yesterday was really chilly. Yesterday when I went to work, it was -5. And it was supposed to get as low as -21 overnight. But it's actually warmer today than we expected, which I'm not complaining about. Even your cake can't break that ice? Aw, come now, Busy. Have more faith in your cake. All female, that's interesting. The mirror ball is really good for Corsola too. Alright, let's get this shiny. You prefer not to have frozen cake? Yeah, I like room temperature cake. 30 or level 100, another 12 or so are in the 80s, and you're still training others, adding shinies into the mix. Finally got a shiny Dratini. You want to see his Mega in battle, darn it? Aw, that's so awesome. I love the shiny Mega. Nice espresso machine. About to make yourself a decaf latte. A decaf latte from an espresso machine. That sounds illegal. Or maybe I'm just jealous. 40 was just your main playthrough. Kirk, I think it's without the exclamation point. It's funny you bring that up. I was just looking at the commands this morning before stream, and there were a lot of commands there that I didn't remember having. But yeah, I think it's without the exclamation point. Makes more than espressos. Well, yeah, it also makes a decaf latte. Good morning or good night. Enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us and share the delight. You made that command 3 years ago. Can you believe it's been that long, Kirk? Can you believe that in a couple months it will have been 4 years? We have to do something. We have to do something for the 4-year anniversary. You had coffee this morning? Nice. I did too. Just finished my second cup. Espresso is the best natural laxative. Oh my gosh, busy. Come on now. What do you think this is, a Chem Nation stream? We don't talk about that type of stuff here. Nick Gunso, your favorite comedy from 2025. You'll admit it, one battle after another had the funniest scene of the year. Not kidding. You were legit in pain from laughing so hard. That's pretty awesome. Jerry, can't believe I've been here since the beginning. Jerry with the 14 months of membership. That's like 8 years. Let's get some hype in the chat for Jerry. Yeah, I still gotta see the new Naked Gun. I did not do a good job of keeping up with movies in 2025. Thank you for that. You're welcome for that, Jerry. Coffee, just one of the little 5-cup drip coffee makers you get at Walmart. Nothing wrong with that. I just I have a Keurig machine. I switched over to Keurig years ago just because I lived by myself, and whenever I would make like pots of coffee, like 2/3 of it would end up just getting poured down the sink at the end of the day. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I just want to make an individual cup. So got a Keurig, and then for the K-Cups, I just get the generic store brand of my grocery store, and that's good enough for me. They're pretty good. For coffee machines, the simpler the better. Those overexpensive coffee machines always break within a year. That's true. What was the last shiny hunt? So we just last weekend finished up playing ZA. Last Sunday we got the Shalfa Mega Tatsugiri, Crabominable, and Galissapod. And those are the last 3 Shalfa Megas I needed to get. So this is our first stream back to Pokemon Shield, which we'll be at for a little bit. I have to do 3 MASUDA hunts and a wild hunt. And then we're going to go back to Scarlet and Violet, where I have a miserable 18 MASUDA hunts to do. And I can't remember what the other 2 are that I'm forgetting. There's 9 starters. Okay. And then I need 2 more White Stripe Basculin for Basculegions. I need 2 more Hisuian Sneasels, 1 male and the other one a Sneasler. I need 2 Hisuian Growlithe. I need 2 Hisuian Zorua. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it's just 17 hunts I need to do. I thought it was 18, but maybe it's 17. I had 2 or 3 secret streams at first. He didn't tell you for the first one, Star Bless Your Soul showed up and you missed it. Make sure it was there for the second. Yeah, Kirk, absolutely. I think you were my number 2 viewer ever. And I appreciate that. Herc has indeed been around since the beginning, the very beginning, even before I was streaming. So upset you weren't number one, but happy you would start? Yeah. John, I still have not found a Hisuian or a white straight basket outbreak. I've pretty much given up the thought of that ever happening. We're just going to have to end up Masudaing it. Which I hate because the eggs take longer to hatch than everything else I need to Masuda hunt. How is there instantly another egg for you? It takes a minute. I mean, I know I think there's a little bit of randomness with how often the eggs will show up again. But then I also have is it the oval charm? There is a charm you get for completing one of the DLC dexes that will increase the egg productivity. It is, yeah, the oval charm. An oval charm said to increase the chance of eggs being found in the nursery. I can't remember if that, I mean, I guess that's the Crown Tundra. Yeah, you get the Mark charm for completing the dex in Isle of Armor, and you get the oval charm for completing the dex in Crown Tundra. Did I hit the, did I up the counter? I did not. This is what I'm saying. I'm going to forget. Morimoto gives you the oval charm. It might be Morimoto. It might be. I honestly can't remember. It's been so many years. Yeah, it might just be 17. I say only. It might be 17 Masuda hunts I need to do in Scarlet Violet. Which are going to be miserable. I'd love to be able to dual hunt them, like have 2 games going at once, but I honestly don't know if my motor skills would handle that. Razzie, I don't know if you're still here. Have you ever attempted or have you ever seen someone attempt to dual Masuda hunt in Scarlet and Violet? I feel like it would be a nightmare. That's insanity. That's what I'm thinking. Am I going to play Pokopia? It's a good question, Eric. I think Pokopia looks fun. I have not been able to see anything about the game yet that has convinced me that at this point it would be worth spending $70 on. I have to be a little more, thrifty with the games I buy. And I don't think, from what I've seen, it's shown to be worth $70. That could change. But as of right now, probably not. If it was like $40, maybe $50, I might be able to do it. But I can't justify $70 for what I've seen. I think you've seen Dallas Duel in Scarlet Violet, but one of those games was strictly hatching. Yeah, so like in my mind, what I'm imagining would be like one Joy-Con in each hand, like running in circles. But then I have to switch over to the other Joy-Con when they start to hatch. And I'd have to focus on an individual game to switch out the eggs. So I could theoretically like bike to hatch the eggs on both games at once. But is that really going to be worth it in the long run? Seen hunters like A-Drive and Shiny Catherine dual hunt and things loads of games. Adrian did one Sword and Shield, but you stopped watching for a while. That's when you started working Illustrals. Yeah, I mean, I've dual hunted. I mean, I even have like I have a layout that I have dual hunted games before. That's not anything new to the channel, but I'm specifically thinking about Masuda hunting and Scarlet and Violet, if that's possible to dual hunt without going crazy. I don't know if it is. I might test it out. Or we could just spend like, you know, a year on Masuda hunting and Scarlet and Violet. I don't know. Bookcopy is too pricey for a key card. I mean, that's another thing. Like, and again, I want to make it very clear. I'm not saying anything bad about the game. I think the game is adorable. I think it looks like a lot of fun. I'm not bashing the game. And I'm looking forward to watching people play it. I can't justify from what I've seen spending that much money for that game. If that makes sense. You don't think Pokebi is your type of game either? That's another part of it. Is I've attempted similar games like Animal Crossing, the original Animal Crossing and New Horizons, and what ends up happening is I have a lot of fun and I get wrapped up in them for a few days, and then I just kind of walk away. And if I'm going to spend $70 on something, I don't want that to be the case. We'll have physical copies or just cardboard. So Pokopia will have a physical case. There will be a physical game cartridge that will go into the Switch too, but it's a key card cartridge, meaning the game isn't on that cartridge. That cartridge is specifically to unlock the download. So you download it. 43 shelves in the DLC. Matthew, what are you even doing? Get to work. You wouldn't be able to do it, get too stressed too quick, especially for people's entertainment. Get too locked in, wouldn't talk, and lose your audience. I understand that concern, and I've had that concern in the past too. Thankfully, question mark, I typically have the opposite problem, where I get too caught up in the chat and don't pay attention to the game. You don't see the issue with game keys, but maybe you're missing something. I understand what you mean, Slowpoke, because I've been trying to wrap my head around this. So with a key card, you're inserting it into the system, which then allows you to download the game onto the system. Does it make that much of a difference in the long run between having the game on the cartridge versus using the cartridge to unlock a download of the game? No, it really doesn't make that much of a difference, honestly. But then the other side of the argument is, since it doesn't make that much of a difference, why bother making it a key card? I mean, I guess the only pro would be quicker loading times. But I'm going to be honest, I don't think that quicker loading times is going to be that much of a concern for a game like Pokopia. In my opinion, it's one of those things that's like, it doesn't make a difference. So because it doesn't make a difference, why are we doing it? I think the only time it would make sense to me is if the game is so large that it physically you could not fit all that memory onto a single cartridge. Like if the game is so big that it would be impossible to store on a single cartridge, then yeah, give me a key card to download it. But Pokopia is not like a crazy huge game either. You don't really own it like digital games unless you really not like having physical games. Yeah, I mean, I prefer physical games. But, you know, the way the Switch and Switch 2 are, they've kind of taken that away from you anyway, in the fact that all the save data is stored on the device instead of on the cartridge. So, in a way, even the physical Switch games are digital in some aspects, if that makes sense. Like, I can't just I can't grab my cartridge, take it to a friend's house, put it in their Switch, and play my game. I would have to start a new game on that Switch because the save data is digital. I personally prefer having the save data on the cartridge. That's just me. But that's kind of been taken out of our hands. You have a friend with shiny Eevees for a main team offered to trade her 2 foreign Eevees to help out, but she opted for Eevee and a foreign Ditto. Well, I mean, to be fair, the Ditto has more use. You know, yeah, the foreign Eevee could help out with the Eevee hunting, but after that, if they ever wanted to hunt something else, they'd have to go through the whole process again. It makes sense to you. It's like a real conversation, so ignoring chat seems rude if it's focused on the game. Um, yeah. I try my best not to ignore chat. There are times particularly when I'm playing Scarlet and Violet or Legends VA, where like I have to focus more on the game than I can on the chat, and I try my best to apologize as much as I can. That it might take a little while for me to get back to chat because I have to physically be looking at the game. Whereas something like this, like really all I gotta do is check when the eggs hatch. Always thought both Pokemon had to be previously owned by someone else. At least one of them had to come from a different country like yours. A different country to yours, like one English, one French, but you got results with their Eevee. Yeah, so to Masuda hunt, you need to have one of the Pokemon be from a different language. It doesn't matter which language. Busy, thank you so much for 37 months of membership. Let's get some hype in the chat. But no, the other one can be from your game, absolutely. Seeing Jared Leto fall off like he used to be in good movies. Yeah, he's been in a lot of good movies. I've never really liked him. He always seemed a little weird to me. He's a good actor. And he'll always be Jordan Catalano to me from My So-Called Life. He's just always kind of seemed like a weird dude to me. But yeah, I mean, he's a good actor. What's up, Dr. Fiend? Busy, love you too. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here. It was also Morbius, and that was meh. Meh is the correct term for that, in my opinion, John. Meh is a good word to describe Morbius. I don't think Morbius was nearly as terrible as the internet made it out to be. I think that would have been better. I think Morbius was just eh. I don't think there was anything memorable or notable about Morbius. And that's the greatest sin of all. It wasn't even so terrible it was funny. It was just meh. I felt nothing watching it. Really like Tron Ares? I still haven't seen that. Lukita, thank you so much for subbing. Like, I don't even think Morbius is one of those so bad it's good movies. I just think it was a forgettable movie. Sad about Catherine O'Hara? It is sad about Catherine O'Hara. Yeah, I was sad to hear about that yesterday. She was a fantastic actress. Electron Ares minus the Leto controversy? Yeah. I know he's not a very popular person in Hollywood these days. I always try my best to separate the artist from the art. And sometimes I'm more successful with that than others. Some people I just flat out can't stand. Other people I'm willing to say, okay, I don't have to be this person's buddy. I don't have to go get a beer with them, but I can respect the fact that they're good at their craft. Sometimes I can't. Like Shia LaBeouf. I don't know why. I just can't stand Shia LaBeouf at all. Never have. Never will. And there's no reason behind it. I just can't. I don't know why. Um, I misunderstand the internet outcry about Morbius. I think it's that there's a layer of irony that's so fundamentally misunderstood. It was so remarkable that it's funny to remark at about it all. Maybe, maybe like I guess I just feel like even the amount of fun that the internet poked at it, I think gave it more attention than it needed. I don't know. The internet kind of amped, it kind of built it up for me. I was expecting this terrible movie, and it was just forgettable. Bro's music was great. Why did he keep up with that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Dr. Pina. I haven't looked into it at all. Just heard that she had passed following a brief illness. That's too bad. I just realized we're over 100 checks now. Was in the Mars Volta. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know he was in 30 Seconds to Mars. But yeah, the moral of the story is I can't stand Shia LaBeouf. They blew what funniest there was way out of proportion. Exactly. And that's my thing. Like, oh my gosh, Slowpoke left and I totally missed it. See, I'm terrible at keeping up with chat. Slowpoke, you're probably gone. I'll miss you. That's the thing. Like, I was hoping it would be like hilariously bad, and then I was just disappointed. I'm doing great. Thank you, Amber. Watched Twisters last night. Granted, I haven't seen Twister in a long time, but are you crazy for thinking that was the exact same movie? I still haven't seen Twisters. I haven't seen Twisters, but Matthew, even though I have not seen it, it wouldn't surprise me. I got the feeling just from the trailers, it was kind of like a pseudo remake where it was like the next generation doing the same thing as the first movie, which is kind of becoming a reoccurring thing. There seems to have been a lot of movies in the past 10 years or so that are quote unquote sequels to movies from a previous generation that really are just rehashing the exact same plot, but acting like, it's the next generation of characters that are doing this. Lacey, I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. Can I dress up as a hefty trash bag box, trash bag gloves and boots? Maybe. You'll have to tune in to find out. It's you, John Luke. You only changed your username. Welcome in, John Luke. Good to see you again. Miles just discovered I wear glasses. Wait till he finds out I wear a hat. 18%. That's it. 18.5%. Google, how do you delete mod messages? Oh my gosh. Do you want the text with egg odds, or you just want to show the... Jerry, I don't care. Whatever you think's best. I'm not about to tell you how to do your job. So happy you beat the DLC for Zia yesterday. Getting so close to your first special scan. Nice. You always remember your first special scan. I hope it's a good one. Yeah, Jerry, I just want to be able to see what my cumulative odds are at. I don't care how you show it. It could say, hey, dummy, your odds are at this. And I'd be fine with that. In fact, if Ari wrote it, it would probably say that. Can't remember your first special scan? Well, Matthew, I mean, when you've had that many special scans, they all kind of start to blur together for you. I am crushing it. I have not once gone over my 5 eggs. I've gone under several times, but I haven't gone over. You're a dummy. You don't know math. That's not true. All right, here we go. 110. Or actually 106 through 110. Come on, Eggy. That's not shiny. If one of these does shine, would you guys prefer I move on to a different hunt and come back to this? Or should I do both Corsolas in a row? Special scans have all been battle zones or wild zones, with your first being absurd battle zone that you hated. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, I reset over battle zones now. If I get a battle zone, I just immediately fight 3 rogue megas and reset the special scan. Finish it. Razzie says finish it. Okay. Whatever floats your boat, Hefters. Thanks, Matthew. That was very helpful. Do what you want. That also is very helpful. Thank you, Matthew and Amber. That helps me make the decision. Monthly McDouble from Ken. No, I have yet to get a McDouble in the mail. Joyceon. Jerry's having that weird glitch where it won't actually show the emote or emoji. Do you guys say emote or emoji? I want to get a feel for the chat. Is our chat more of an emote chat or an emoji chat? Whatever's good with you, bro. You guys are so helpful in helping me make a decision. EmojiCon. EmojiCon. It's a mix. Emoji. You guys are as indecisive as I am. I love it. You're asking us for a reason. You obviously want to move on, so in turn, do what you want. No, that's not what it is. That's not what it is at all, Amber. Don't pretend to know my mind. Historically, when I shiny hunt by myself all these years, I'll do a whole line. But I don't know once we get the shiny Corsola if you guys are going to care about seeing me get another shiny Corsola. It sounds like everyone's saying go for the second one, so that's what we'll do. Use them interchangeably because you don't know what you're talking about. I do the same thing. I use both interchangeably as well. Big Cheese, what's going on? Good to see you. I just didn't want to be a situation where I'm like, all right, we got one, let's go for the second. And you guys are all like, ugh. You put your opinion, say go for the double? Okay. You say do the opposite of the majority. Big Cheese, going out of his way to guarantee his opinion will never win. You say emoji because an emote is animated. You don't know why there's such a confusion to it. I did not know that, Ari. Probably there's a confusion because people don't know that. So emotes are animated. Okay. Never does, you're used to it. Go for both to finish the line. I know that's more satisfying for you, so you'd like me to feel satisfied. Razzie, you always leave me satisfied. You're a wonderful man. All right, after these 5, I gotta pee. And then when I come back, we're going to guess the plush. YouTube itself refers to them as emotes, so maybe the definition isn't actually that defined. Well, regardless, Ari, I like your reasoning. whether or not it's universally accepted, you've given me a delineation that I can use in my mind between the two, so thank you. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. A lot of times, I just need a reason, you know? Like, I'm perfectly fine with changing my thought processes. I just need an understandable reason. Whether or not it's true is just, you know, that's just extra. So yeah, that may now I can say emojis are static, emotes are animated. Reason, because I said so. Big cheese. That only works sometimes. All right, come on. I got pee. Hurry up. Hurry up and egg. Why won't you egg? There we go. You are not shiny. Okay, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. And while I'm gone, Big Cheese is in charge. I'm back. That was the best line. If someone told me they were making waffles after sleepover, you'd be in heaven, right? Me too. Sun has come out. The snow has started. It's recession. Nice cheese. This is PFP is so pretty. Yes. Thank you, John. How goes the coral hunt? Mantine Matt, what's going on? No shiny yet. We are at 115 eggs, so still early on in the hunt. But nothing yet. How you doing, Matt? You want waffles during and after? During what? It is time to play Guess the Pokemon plush. I have a Pokemon plush on my desk. It's right here. You can't see it because it's below the camera. It's on my desk. It's out of frame. You can't see it because the camera doesn't go down that low. But it is on my desk. What is it? Robbed us of what should have been our first rock ghost type. You know what? You're so right. It absolutely should have been. I always think about like Runerigus or like Houndstone, but you're totally right. It should have been Galarian Corsola. Not Rowlet, not Marshtomp, not Rowlet, not Mudkip, not Swampert, not Bellsprout, not Jotonian Corsola, not Swellow, not Skrelp, not Cherubi, not Aerodactyl, not Binacle, not Munchlax, not Barboach, not Chimchar, not Aeron, not Blacephalon. Good luck hunting, gotta go for now. Lacey, thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day. Not Lotad, not Poliwrath, not Azurill. Not Smeargle. Ooh, I need a Smeargle. I don't have Smeargle. Not Shuppet. Not Sharpedo. Not Galarian Corsola. Not Charizard. Not Mantike. Only 2 eggs so far. Not Corvisquire. Not Bonsly. Do you guys want a hint? I think you guys need a hint. Nine Snails? Yeah, I like Nine Snails. Not Vibrava. Not Dugong. Okay, Eric. You get to pick the hint. Is it going to be hint number 1, hint number 2, or hint number 3? Not Delibird, not Pikachu, not Dugong, not Rellor, not Tentacruel. Hint number 1. Okay, hint number 1 is, it is a bug-type Pokemon. It is a bug-type Pokemon. Not Baxcalibur. Not Scyther, not Beedrill, not Pinsir, not Chatterbug, not Wimpod, not Durant, not Snom. Not Heracross, not Larvesta. Not Shuckle. Not Butterfree, not Pheromosa, not Jupiter, not Caterpie. Not Scissor. Not Orbeetle, not Golisopod, not Yanma, not Wimpod, not Blipbug, not Genesect, not Araquanid, not Caterpie, not Pineco, not Metapod, not Centiskorch. Recommended movie, said it was French adjacent, but I forgot to write it down. The heck was it? I just watched it the other week. Hold on a second. Someone has guessed it in the chat. Someone has guessed it in the chat, but let me look this up first. I See You. I See You was the movie I was talking about. All right. The winner is, surprising absolutely no one, it was John Streckert. It is Ladybug. John Streckert is our reigning Guess the Pokemon champ. It's because he has a spreadsheet that he's compiled of all the plushes I have. I don't know how he managed to find that out, but he did it again. I see you writing down this time, but watch it later tonight. Yeah, and I would say I don't want you to get too overhyped in your head, Scrollbow. I wouldn't say it's French adjacent. I will say it's the type of movie that has it's not a typical Hollywood movie. I'll just say that. It's emotionally draining. The Bombi is for me as Lady is for you. Airy, I respect that. Now I like Lady even more. That cookie fella, now he lives in your basement crawl space? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I think Ladian has a great design. It would be nice if it was useful. I remember when I first got Ladian, I thought it looked really cool, and I thought it was neat that it could learn Comet Punch. And then I realized that's pretty much all it had going for it. Has Tailwind, that should count for something. Yeah, at the time, though, I didn't care about non-offensive moves. Tailwind is pretty good, though. It's okay. You guys want to see something else that's cool? I feel bad. I genuinely can't remember which one did this, but I know this was a dice art. I don't think I ever showed you guys this. When the dice arts came to visit me, I received this artwork of Poliwhirl, which I thought was pretty dang cool. That's a very good Poliwhirl. Yeah, Scrollbow, exactly. It's definitely not a Hollywood movie. Feels like apparently it's 5. That's crazy. That's even colder than here. You must be having some rain, or not rain. I forgot words. You must be having some wind going on. Because here it feels like 10, and I think we're a lot chillier than you are. Car says 19 up, and man, the wind's whipping. Yeah, okay, yeah, you got the wind going. A tiny piece? That's what I'm thinking. I am thinking it's a tiny piece. Yeah, Scrollbow. I saw that. That came out when I was in college. We all got together one night and rented it from Blockbuster. I don't remember too much of the movie, but yeah, I've seen that movie. Tom Green show was a must-see in the college dorm. Watch that every week. Still can't believe he was married to Drew Barrymore for a while. It's like anti-comedy. It was unique. I mean, it was right up his alley as far as his humor goes. Sometimes you miss the Midwest, and then message like that make the cloud of nostalgia disperse. That's very poetic the way you put that. Kayla, what's going on? Good to see you. Razzie, are you still here? I have 2 questions for you, Razzie. If you're still here. Daddy, would you like some sausage? I do remember that. Got so many inches of snow. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the wind's terrible. Wind is just the worst thing ever. You're playing Pokemon Arceus and you got a shiny Gyarados? Congratulations, that's awesome. Christopher Larson, what's up? Good to see you. Here we go, 121 through 125. I was promised a shiny by 125. It's really snow, not ice. Snow is better than ice, at least. My parents are supposed to be getting snow this weekend, but they haven't gotten any yet. Brooke! Oh my gosh, it's Brooke. What's going on, Brooke? Good to see you, my dear. How have you been? A wild Brook appears. I'ma catch it. Put you on my team. Inkachu, what's going on? Good to see you. Joe's Apartment. That was a wild movie. Jeez, do you remember the original Joe's Apartment shorts from MTV? Making you want to play Sword again. I want to play Sword again, too. Doing some PC upgrades. Sweet. Probably expensive. Yeah, I'm enjoying being back in Sword and Shield and doing some MASUDA hunts, but I kind of want to play the game. I'm looking forward to wild hunting the Blitbug. Sito, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm playing Shield now, but I mean like outside of MASUDA hunting, I'm looking forward to playing it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like I don't really consider MASUDA hunting playing the game, if you know what I mean. I'm playing a game, I guess. Really love the Pokemon Shield. You lost your game card for it on your Nintendo Switch. Oh no, that stinks. I'm sorry. I guess the good news is if you ever manage to find another cartridge, you can still pick up where you left off because the save data is on the system. That movie ruined pizza for like a week for you. Oh my gosh. Corsola should have been Ghost Rock type. I know, right? That's what Mantine Matt was just saying. It really should have been. It's wild. That's just mono ghost. Whoa, Brooke, that is crazy. That is wild. How are you so creative, smart, techie? Malamar lover, what's going on? I'm a fan of Malamar. I would say Malamar is my friend. Thank you to whoever just subbed. I appreciate you. We do have a sub goal today of 2340. We're only one sub away from hitting that sub goal. And thank you to everyone who's liked the stream. I don't know how many likes we're at right now. You guys are going to have to let me know. Have we hit the like goal yet? Or how close are we to the like goal? Only 2 eggs so far. Tyler says you have so many side quests. I believe it. Crochet, barista, and PC build. I heard about the espresso machine. And also, Brooke, how's your uranium collection going? Go to Route 7 or 8? Well, I can get myself a Malamar. Or an Inkay. How'd I know? I had a feeling. I had one of them feelings. Oh my gosh, cheese. What the heck? Last collection's growing? Nice. Come on, shiny. Keep on shining. Keep on shining on me. You're drinking an energy drink. What type of energy drink are you drinking, Ari? You haven't played Sword and Shield in a while? This is my first time in a very long time. I actually put there as their Amazon account name. That's silly. You haven't bought a new piece in a hot minute though, because PC parts expensive. Yeah, no, I totally get that. It's wild what the prices are like now. Johto Jerry, are you still hanging out? "3D Energy Blueberry Mist." This is 100% actually blue raspberry. It's not even real blueberry mist. It's blue raspberry. That's crazy. Got your GPU when you did because it jumped up in price. Yeah. Yeah. In the spring, Hefty Dad sent me some more memory and a few other things for my computer. And I'm glad he did that when he did, because holy smokes, it's like right before the prices shot through the roof. If you get a Malamar Inkay inlay, you'll be the biggest fan. Well, I'll tell you what, I can't make any promises for today's stream, but I can swear to you that I am a huge Malamar fan. My favorite gen is Gen 7, and whenever I do a playthrough, I always rock a Contrary Malamar. And the Mega Malamar was one of my favorite new Megas they introduced in ZA. Gen 6, you know why? Yeah, I can guess. But yeah, I love the early Route Inkay. In fact, it's technically part of Route 1 in Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. You never used a Malamar? I really like it. I like Rain. Good morning. I like the typing. I like the contrary, especially with some like and topsy turvy as well. Some of the moves it can learn. It can learn superpower. That's one thing. That's one thing to take into consideration, Matt. Is that it has contrary and can learn superpower. Think about that for a second. You can make some fun builds with Malamar. You just gotta keep it away from bugs, that's all. This drink has 200 milligrams of caffeine. It says consult your doctor before consuming this product. But does anyone do that? It's 2 cups worth of coffee. Yeah, that's kind of like a CYA type of thing, right? Like it's not really that big a deal, but otherwise there's gonna be some silly bum who does something stupid and then sues them. Pretty sweet Malamar card with a Team Flare guy in it. Ooh. Liability thing? Exactly. It's I consider that to be like the same flavor as McDonald's having to put on their coffee cups, caution, contents hot. And the contents may be hot. Corsola looks sad and depressed. It is. It's sad because the reef died. And that's why it's a ghost. Because conservation of the oceans was not taking place. Favorite Malamar build is Calamari? Oh my gosh. What are you doing, Cheese? You're just causing trouble. The coffee is sometimes just underboiling tap. Well, yeah. But I mean, on its surface though, it's a wild warning. It's actually dead bleached corals. That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I said. Coral Reef died. You know the actual reason behind the hot coffee McDonald's thing? Because of the lawsuit, yeah. I mean, it was like boiling hot coffee, yeah. It was basically a smear campaign against the lady. Was it really a smear campaign? I'm not saying the coffee wasn't too hot. I'm saying that it's just silly that we live in a world where there needs to be a warning on a coffee cup that says the coffee may be hot. Some people will do anything to get for some lawsuit money. Oh, absolutely. I don't think that was the case with her. Like, I do feel bad for that lady because she did actually get third-degree burns. That's terrible. But you know, I guess my point is, instead of just like taking care of her, apologizing, and paying her, paying her medical bills, we live in a world where McDonald's then had to cover their butt and put a warning on a coffee cup. And the reason is because after that happened, McDonald's knew that other people would purposefully burn themselves to get that money. So they had to cover their butt. So I'm not making fun of McDonald's when I talk about that. And I'm not making fun of the lady. I'm making fun of the fact that we live in a world where we now have to do that in order to keep stupid people from doing stupid things. Not drink things properly, you constantly choke on drinks. Well, Aries, step one is stop trying to chew them. What's up, Meta Champion? How you doing today? You do not, in fact, breathe in energy drinks. That's good to hear. Curling irons have a sticker saying not for insertion. That's true. That falls under the same category. You have a drinking problem. Oh my gosh. Airplane is still hilarious. I don't care if half the jokes have aged to the point where people don't get half of them because of the references. It's still a hilarious movie. Don't chew yogurt, that's right. You can chew the pieces of fruit in the yogurt, but don't chew the yogurt itself. Aspiration pneumonia so many times. Maybe you just need to lower your aspirations. Got the first shiny Blitzel earlier today at 427. Nice, congratulations. Want to hear a good one? Go look at the person that tried to sue Geico for contracting a disease into a car that was insured by them. No way, that's hilarious. Thank you, Ari. Thank you. I was proud of that one. I think your dad's delusional. Uh-oh. Baylor works broken. The box pile is getting rather large on decks. Take some boxes home. I could always use extra boxes. I think your daddy's gone crazy. What is that from, Ari? I can almost hear it in my head. What is that from? M&M. Okay, that's what I thought. M&M. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 0 room for boxes. You can't use food boxes. Why can't you use food boxes? What's wrong with food boxes? Are you some sort of box elitist? Oh, Big Cheese only uses the fancy boxes. Can't use food boxes like the rest of us box peons. They used to crack up when you quoted that as a kiddo. Save any and every box that comes near your house. Need them for all the time for shipping stuff out. Yeah, I keep a lot of boxes in the house. I think it's turned to service on a lot of platforms. Really? I didn't know that. Huh. Whoops. No, I'm kidding. I've never officially mailed out anything under a platform. All my package sendings have been purely amateur, not professional. Speaking of which, I have to send a couple packages here in the next week or two. You're trying to get A? Get that A. You want a package? Well, I want cookies. I will trade you a package for cookies. Box of 500 bubble mailers, a variety of boxes. Still end up needing to go grab one from the store. Oh my gosh, right? Someone shiny hunting for unknown A. Do I need A? Ari, can you drop an exclamation point unknown, please? Because someone asked about M earlier, too. I can't remember if I need A or M. You could probably do that? All right, bet. Send me cookies, I'll send you a package. Okay, I do need M. I do not need A. I mean, actually, I do in a Premier Ball. But I don't own any shiny M. What's going in the package? I don't know. It's going to be a surprise. And when I say that, what I mean by that is, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Finding Mega Zero Aura now. Good luck. That was a tougher battle than I expected. I don't know if it's because it'd been a while since I'd fought a boss, or if it was just because I had become so dependent on the Annihilate strat. Because I ended up beating it after 3 tries with Annihilate. But based on how that went, I couldn't imagine beating it without Annihilate. You got the cutest boots yesterday from a lost mail seller place? You better send me a picture. Ari, does that mean that today you're going to be new boot goofing? You one-shotted your Embor? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got it. Unfortunate typo, but no worries. I'm not going to hold that against you. Happens to the best of us. Boot, Scoot, and Boogie? You struggle with either A, use a lot of packaging material, or B, get a slightly smaller box to save your package material. I think I do okay. I think a lot of times I'll end up putting too much package material in, but then I will be smart enough that I take some of the package material out before I seal it up. What cookies do I want? I think you know what kind of cookies I want. You know what I want, Amber. Yeah, good luck, John Luke. I did think it was a tough battle. Not that I'm like the best battler in the world ever, but I did struggle a little bit against it. Tater tots. I like tater tots. Gonna eat some veggies? I want veggies. Everyone just needs to send me food. That's what I want. Ordering a pizza later. Pizza's always good. Mewtwo, are you still here? What if you get it wrong? You could never. You could never get it wrong. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of these eggs, and then I gotta check something online real quick. And again, dang! Maybe third time will be the charm. Alright, hold on here. Let me go to my page. Go to lives. Hey, you know, I might as well do all this. It's been so long since we've done a Sword and Shield MASUDA hunt. So long. Was this no Rowlet? I think no Litten. I think Litten might have been the last MASUDA hunt we did. It was. Litten was the last MASUDA hunt we did. And that was, when was that? October of 2022. Alright, this was 3 hours. Yeah. I am out of shape. It looks like when we did Sizzlipede, we got about 230 eggs on the first stream. I think we're going to end it at 150. I gotta go back to work. All right, Big Cheese. Good luck. Oh yeah, it's a Saturday night. You better get that pizza soon. Have sent Razzie stuff out, so maybe you'll do that when I send you cookies. Yeah, send Razzie his stuff. Why haven't you sent Razzie his stuff yet? He keeps DMing me, crying about how he hasn't gotten something from you yet. Keep dying to Plasma Fist. It's a rough battle, but you'll get it. You'll get it. Like I said, I managed to beat it with the Annihilate strat. But it took a few tries. Yeah, I gotta get back in the groove. Egg. One more egg. Go lurk with cheese out Zora. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. You're so smart, Matthew. How did you get so smart? Stress to use Moonblast lowered special attack. That would be helpful. From watching The Hefty Show every Saturday and Sunday morning. Here we go, 141 to 145. Yeah, I gotta get back in the habit of how to do MASUDA hunts on stream. Back in the day, I was averaging about 230 a stream, 230 a 3-hour stream, and now looks like we're gonna be at about 150. Back in the day, we didn't open up packs. It's order for about an hour from now. There you go. Oh, I had a question for everybody. I forgot to ask. We'll ask it now, though. How distracting is the egg on the overlay? Um, my usual person that does overlays for me is not available at the moment. And so I basically just took our Mega Dimensions overlay and slapped an egg over the Mega symbol. And then I grayscaled it to kind of go along with the theme. Okay, it's in my chat. Okay, so that was my concern is I didn't want the egg to be disrupting the chat. I didn't want the egg to make it so that chat was hard to read. You do one more Galarian Darumaka and you'll be done with everything minus a few random forms. Nice. Ironically, I have Galarian Darumaka done. I need a Unovan Darumaka. Not distracting at all to you. Actually didn't even notice until you said it was there. Okay, good. I was afraid that the white would make chat hard to read. I'm glad to hear that's not the case. How's the biking going? Face is leaning up nicely. Well, thank you, Christopher. Actually, I was saying this early in the stream. I didn't get a chance to really bike this week because of all the snow that we got and all the snow we got, and all the shoveling I've been doing. My back has been so stiff. But I feel like that's a pretty good trade-off. Like, no, I didn't bike, but I did all that shoveling, so I was still getting a good amount of exercise. Yes, Matt, I did. I did hatch 2 Unovan Daramakas. In fact, Unovan Daramaka is still my quickest Masuda hunt at 11. But they were not in Premier Balls. So that's why I have to redo it. And actually, it was just one Unovan. We did one Unovan because I already had a Darmanitan. So I did one Unovan, then I switched to Galarian. What's my longest Masuda hunt? That's a good question. I actually just found this note the other week. Where is it? Hold on a second. Yeah, so I made this post-it note like 3 years ago. I can't even remember why, but it was how many encounters or how many eggs each one of my hunts took. This was back in the first year. That was all the hunts I had done. And now you can see how terrible my handwriting is. But this was all the way up to Dragapult. And my longest Masuda hunt on stream was Litten. Litten was 1,079 eggs. Rookie was 74. Impidimp was 252. Applin was 235. Cramorant was 196. Sizzlipede was 847. Darumaka was 11. Galarian Darumaka was 185. Rowlet was 736. Centiskorch was 694. And Litten was 1,079. And Dreepy, the Dreepy hunt was 499. You die, you're halfway done with it? Dang. But yeah, Christopher, my back is feeling better now, so as of today, I'm back on the bike. But yeah, I just left all the shoveling to be my exercise for this week. Electro web. Yeah, that electro web was a pain in the booty. All right, here we go. Last 5 eggs of the day. We'll be back with this tomorrow. And we'll do more eggs tomorrow. This is I kind of had to shake the cobwebs off. It's been a long time since we've done a MASUDA hunt. It's been apparently over 3 years since we've done a MASUDA hunt on the channel in this game. All right, not shiny. Yeah, I can't believe Lytton was the last MASUDA hunt. How am I feeling? Energy any different? Energy, not really. Not really, Christopher. I mean, energy's good. Energy's always been pretty good. But I mean, I'm feeling and noticing the difference. So my, morale is better. Thank you for the shiny luck, John Luke. I think that was number 3. We have 2 left. Shiny. 1 more to go. Is it gonna be shiny? I should thank Wolf too. Well, thank you very much, Wolf. Back with pizza. Slowpoke, you're just in charge. You're just in time for the last hatch of the stream. Number 150. Is it gonna be shiny? It's not. Gosh dang it, Slowpoke. What even the heck? You come in here with your pizza and you don't even bring the shiny. Dang it, Slowpoke. God. Man. I thought we were brothers. The Slowpoke and the Poliwhirl. I thought we had a kinship. What even the heck? Maybe 151 will shine tomorrow. That could be. That'd be pretty awesome. We do need to get 2 of these. I'm grumpy because my back hurts. Yeah, I'm old, my back hurts. I'm going to go outside and yell at clouds. Thank you, everyone, for being here. You guys are amazing. I'll be better. Slowpoke, don't make me cry. Don't make me feel bad. How dare you try and make me feel bad about things I said about you? That's just rude. Thank you so much for being here. This has been a great stream. I appreciate you all. We will be back doing this again tomorrow. Make sure you do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care and bye-bye.